Hello, y'all. Welcome. Come on in. I am getting this energy of like maybe jittery, or it's like kind of like what's the catch? That's the energy I'm picking up on for you guys, okay? I feel like you could be wondering like, what's really, somebody's what's the catch with maybe something that's coming towards you. I feel like somebody or something couldn't reach you until now, but the question could be why, okay? I'm hearing something to do with protection, something being lifted, but we're going to go ahead and take a closer look and see here, okay? Because I feel like that's the energy. It's kind of like there's been like this loud silence. You could have been like trying to maybe reach out to someone, trying to get results. Maybe this is about a connection, or, even a person. It's something, someone, right? And I feel like, it's like you've been sitting in this energy of waiting, but you haven't been putting forth the effort, right? And not seeing results. But I'm getting here, it's like there's a sudden shift that's happening surrounding that. But I feel like it's going to be like going to put you like in this skepticism type of energy, right? Like, yeah, what's your angle now? Why are you popping up now? Or why is this offer suddenly coming in now? So you guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much as always for stopping by. Please remember that this is a general message. Please only take what resonates, leave the rest. Always use your intuition and your discernment, you guys. Okay? I'm getting here. You've been holding the line, right? It's like, but deep down, there's been like this whisper of doubt. That's what I'm picking up on, right? Or you can actually feel this coming in, because I feel like you guys, you're so you can feel shifts in energy. If you're guided to this message, to this channel, you already know what I'm talking about, right? It's like you can feel it in the air, okay? And I feel like you felt the magnetic pull, but it's like the 3D world can be like a brick wall, and then like suddenly it's not, right? So it's like, what's really going on here? So I'm sitting with the guides because I'm getting this energy, right? And it's like I specifically asked like for the catch. I want to know like the real gritty spiritual meaning behind why someone or something is now physically and energetically, that was once barred, now showing up in your space, okay? At this very moment or very soon, okay? Now, let me tell y'all, I feel like once you see the divine red tape, is what I'm getting here, that was standing in the way, you're going to be so relieved that the universe actually had you under lock and key. That's what it's so I feel like you're going to always protect it, right? But at the same time, I'm getting here, there's an element of that being lifted so that you can move through. Now it's like safe, right? I'm getting here that you weren't being ignored. So it was like you could have been like on the phone, calling, emailing, trying to get, a response back about an offer, or even trying to reach out to someone or trying to get someone to see things your way. And now all of a sudden they do type of energy. But you were being insulated from something. I'm getting here. Let's look at why the gate was closed, right? Because I feel like you're going to actually have to see kind of like the good, the bad, and the ugly for you to believe that this is truly real, that maybe a cycle has passed or something like that, okay? Yeah, so I'm getting here, right here with this card. You do feel like there is something unseen, right? That's the type of energy that I'm getting, right? So, and I feel like it kind of is, because you're going to have to step into this, because this is something that I feel like for some of you guys has been going on for an extended period of time, and maybe you have like given up hope on some type of situation or someone, but now all of a sudden it's like things are falling into place, right? So here's the tea, all right? Let me take a sip here, and it's served cold, y'all, because it's hot. Things getting ready to heat up though, is what I'm getting here, okay? It was never about your worthiness. And that's what you could have started thinking. Maybe you just like went into the energy of really like looking at yourself and going within, like, is it me? It has to be me. No, that was not the case. You're good, is what I'm getting here. Okay. That is not it, right? It's maybe you thought, oh, well, I need to heal more, or it, something about your worthiness. Nope. I'm getting here with this card right here. Okay. This is giving me the energy, you guys, that this was them. Yeah. Or this situation. It's almost like I feel like there could have been an offer, or it could have been someone, right? They see you maybe in a light that you don't realize, right? So somebody sees your value and your worth, and it's like something, I'm hearing something had to be prepared for you. And I just heard, in the presence of your enemies, your cup running over. Y'all, you already know. Come through. Something was being prepared. That's where I feel like that's where this stalling came in. Okay. That's what I feel like. It could have been someone or something. So it's like somebody knew that you were like the perfect fit. Okay. They knew that, but they weren't going to mess it up. So somebody had to, and I kind of picked up on that energy in another message, but that's part of this, right? So I feel like someone, there was like maybe being trapped in some type of mental prison, tangled up in their own messy choices. Somebody could have been in their mess. And it could have been something to do with family, or, something maybe somebody didn't want you to see, because, once they come in and they offer you this, you're going to be like, hell no. Okay. But now it's like, I feel like it's kind of like a lot took place that you may energetically pick up on, right? But now it's like when this comes in, I feel like this is something that you've wanted. And I do feel like it's like you're going to step forward, okay? Or it's like source is guiding you to do this. But it's like I see someone, like, it's like all of this calamity, a bunch of, child, I just said fire and brimstone, right? That you didn't see that was going on behind the scenes, right? But now you're stepping out and you're looking like, okay, is it safe? Like, because I feel like it could almost feel like a setup type of energy, right? So that's where the skepticism is coming in at, is what I'm getting here, okay? So I'm getting here somebody showing up on your terms as well. Now, this could be terms of an agreement. I just heard terms of endearment, okay? But something about showing up. This was something that you were asking and you weren't getting. But now it's showing up, okay? Get ready, you guys. So, and this could already be happening, all right? So somebody was in some type of cycle, and it could have even been this opportunity. It could be like, it could even be an employer or a person. This could go either way, intuitively awakened starseed. But if everything's a mess at their organization and they're in the midst of, it's like you showed up and somebody was in the midst of like maybe recalibrating things and dismantling things, but I feel like it was a mess. There could be a lot of people being moved around as well. So you're bringing in some type of new fresh energy to someone, is what I'm getting here, and they wanted to be prepared. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So there was like this shield around you, divine one, okay? The universe saw that you were carrying like maybe heavy unhealed baggage or something like that, energy that would have acted like a toxin maybe in that particular space. So there could have been some healing happening on your part as well for some of you guys, right? Or it could have been something that was going to take you right back to where you was, okay? So some of you guys have come so far along, and it's like, even though this energy was like messy, it was still, this is still your, this is your future. This is still what you deserve. This is still what you want. It's like, it's the word ordained, all of that stuff, right? Okay. but it had to be put in order. So if they had have reached out any sooner, I feel like this would have brought some type of wreck, okay, into maybe your sanctuary. And this could have been newfound peace as well. You come too far, all right? So things had to be prepared, you guys. And sometimes that happens and you don't realize that, because a person's not going to show exactly what they had to clean up or what they had to do, because if you knew that part, especially after what you've been through, especially what you know, you're very experienced in something. I feel like you're very talented in something, and someone recognizes that, like, again, they see you as exactly what they need, okay? But they know you would have went the other way. Like, I'm not reliving that. I'm not going back down that path. But I feel like somebody does want to introduce this as being a new path with you, okay? And, I feel like sometimes we perceive people in these positions of power or authority, right? And, but you don't really entertain how they view you or how they see, they see you as being a vital part of something, or this could be someone, okay, on, a romantic connection, okay? Yeah, so I'm getting, it could be somebody that garners a lot of attention and a lot of fanfare around them and all of that stuff. But at the same time, they knew they had to get their ish together when it comes to you. All right. So I feel like that's the reasoning. But at the same time, this is something that you're going to have to walk through and experience for yourself. And you do have your discernment. That's your God-given compass, right? To be able to read the energy, read a room, okay? And know if this is actually right for you. And this may take time, okay, to figure this out. But this isn't going to be like that answer, like boom, right there, like, yep, this is it. But I feel like this is something that you wanted, okay? So hopefully this is resonating with someone, intuitively awakened starseed, okay? But I'm getting here, this, you know, you could have been trying to maybe, like, unknowingly, and we do this a lot, like, trying to control the outcome, right? Trying to, like I said, calling and things like that, and you weren't getting the response or something. But now I'm getting here, you don't have to chase. No, because I'm getting here, it's like you didn't have to lower your standards. You were already right where you needed to be. Let's be clear, okay? And I feel like whomever this is, your person, the energy around you, you know what I'm talking about, okay? You didn't have to lower your standards. I feel like while you were busy being that rare breed that you are and staying in your power, the universe was doing all the heavy lifting for you, or helping someone to prepare for this new chapter with you. Aw. Okay, so I'm getting here, clearing that road. So the debt is paid. I'm getting here, you've paid yours, right? And now I feel like, you're going to have to, seeing is believing. This is for you, all right? To put your mind at ease with this offer, this connection that's coming in, right? So I'm getting here, that's what's going to happen for you to feel comfortable to be invested in this, right? So the catch is gone. I don't feel like there is one, you guys, but you're gonna have to see. This isn't everyone's message, right? But please take it how it resonates. I feel like, and the timing has finally aligned, okay? So yeah, this here, I feel like there could have been a major, I don't know. It's just like things just crumbling, right? There was a lot. And I feel like now that the dust has cleared, this is now when you're being guided through this, okay? I'm getting here that it's like now here is the most important part. That's what I'm getting here, okay? So when that notification finally hits your phone, your email, your DM, okay? Because we're all working, and it's all this electronic communications. It could be, anywhere. Make sure, I always tell you guys that, especially if you're waiting to hear from something or you feel like you're in limbo and things like that, make sure that you are checking your messages, because a lot of times that communication has already come in. But I feel like this is just going to catch you off guard, right? So I feel like when it comes to your phone, and it will feel like a sudden jolt. Don't jump and don't rush to fill that silence, you guys. Okay? Remember, you are the standard. You're the new standard in someone's energy. Whatever this is, okay? And I feel like, and you're going to be able to see it. You may even be able, and even if this is someone of, some type of authority, is what I'm getting here, right? You know, or someone that you perceive to have, like, hold in this high esteem type of energy, you're going to be able to see the nervousness. You're going to be able to see someone trying to read you because they truly care, because they truly value you in this situation. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so you are the destination they had to work to reach. That's what the delay is. So the catch, right? Protection, lifting, you're always protected, but I feel like you were definitely being guarded from something, and now that something has been cleared, that's why this is being, like, I'm getting here, removed. Okay, that element of being guarded, okay, or you feeling like held back from something, or yeah, so that was definitely divine. Okay, now I'm getting here, you are the one who had to wait for the all clear sign from the universe to step back into the light, right? So I feel like they had to wait for one as well, okay? Or it's like Source was like, wait, it's like things had to be inspected, right? Had to inspect it to make sure that the ground was sturdy and everything. Why am I getting this? Somebody could be working construction, but it's like, or building an apartment maintenance type of energy. You know how they have to come through and they have to inspect, or when somebody's building a home or something like that, or, whatever. It's like there had to be inspections in place. Okay, so you could be feeling that shift in your energy, or it's like suddenly something's coming back to mind that you once released or had, put in some type of closure to, right? You're picking up on that because now it's like it has passed that period, right? Everything is checking out. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting here, stay grounded in, like, your authentic frequency, because look, it's turning in your favor. Yes, okay, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so yeah, you're about to see something. Somebody wants to show you something. All right, but you're gonna have to go through it to see that it's real. All right, offers, opportunities falling from the sky is what I'm getting here. Yes, you guys. So again, let them show you. That's what this is about. That's what's going to give you peace in your decision, right? It's not anything that you can do. It's what they need to do. All right. And that's not coming from an egoic standpoint at all. But this is just kind of how this has to play out, you guys. And that feeling, right, that you get, like, in your gut could be stopping you, right? But I feel like the only way to get beyond that is to see for yourself. Okay. So someone actually did learn something that changed their action. And I feel like while they were maybe, in their head or something like that, or, just at that mental prison, I keep getting that. It's like you've been protected for a reason. So I'm getting here, you don't have to let your guard down until you're ready, until you have seen enough. Some of y'all, you've already seen enough, please take it how it resonates, right? But this version of them needs to show you that it is safe, is what I'm getting here. Okay, so this is definitely, I'm getting here, or that it's like this version of you, because there's been a lot of growth with you as well. Okay, I'm getting here that this version of you that stayed standing through the silence is about to be very much so rewarded. There it is. I can't make it up. There's the abundance showing up, y'all. Okay, let's get a few more cards here for you guys. Let's get the oracles out and see what we get here. Okay. Yeah, what else do we have here? Somebody disengaged from something that's getting ready to show back up in your energy. You disowned something. Maybe you felt as though you weren't connected with this. It wasn't for you, but I feel like it was you, but it was all about the time and space. I'm getting here something to do with stepping away from toxic influences and taking a break. Maybe, oh, that could have been something as well. Yeah. Okay, so you guys, I'm seeing here though, something is, it's like stepping back in. There may be an element of forgiveness that is showing up here. Keep in mind that that is for you as well as someone else. I want to put that out there. Okay. Neutralizing the energy. Okay. But they're going to have to show you. So I'm getting here, practice compassion, to let go, but always be discerning, right? What else we got here? You have what you need, okay? Trust me when I say that. Intuitively awakened starseed, okay? So you can see this as something that is challenging, a hurdle, right? Or this was something that you were trying to, this was a challenge in the past, right? A conflict or an opposition, right? This daunting, difficult task, something outside of your comfort zone. This could be where you're headed, okay? All right, this is what's causing you stress or just that feeling, butterflies in your stomach type of energy, right? Because when you feel that, it's kind of like, that's that good feeling though, is what I'm getting here, okay? Yeah. So you have to be able to discern in between that fearful and that good feeling as well. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting here that the truth that you need to hear right now, or what you need to see right now. Remember I said this is something you are going to have to walk through. This is something that it needs validated within you. And you deserve that. Okay. Yeah. But I feel like somebody wants to give you that. They do. They do. All right. So I'm getting here. It will create, I feel like, inspiration for you to move further, and very bright energy is what I'm getting here. All right. But that is the challenge. That is like that. That's that energy, right? So you could be going in circles, but I feel like that's the hurdle is what I'm getting here. Okay. So you just need more to be able to fully assert yourself. And I feel like someone knows what you bring. And so with that being said, you guys, knowing that this is somebody that is all in, that's what I'm getting here, or a situation or an opportunity. They were getting prepared for you, babe. You're worried about getting prepared for, they were getting prepared for you. Yeah. So I'm getting here for you to lead the way in something is what I'm getting, or in their life. Somebody holds you in high honor. Okay. So I'm getting here something to do with, they're going to show you. Yeah. Give them the chance, right? Good intentions are here. Okay. So, I feel like that is, you may feel like what's the catch, but for some of you guys, intuitively awakened starseed, whomever this is resonating with, I don't feel like that is what's here. Okay. But you guys, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. You guys, please remember to like the video, share the video, hype the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the tribe. You guys, I appreciate you guys so much, as always, as we aim to, uplift, and, we always, we uncover the good, the bad, and the ugly here, all with love, you guys. So until next time, thank you guys so much, as always, and I will see you for your next message. Thank you. Love ya. Bye.